Hello everybody, this is Ray Albert with Nutmeg Digital Marketing, coming back at you again with another video. And today we're going to talk about expired domains and how if you're trying to build up some kind of an affiliate marketing program, or you want to sell a certain product online, or you just want to build an affiliate website, the best thing to do when you're just starting out websites is to buy an expired domain. And why do you want to buy an expired domain for? Well, because expired domains, if you get a good expired domain, they already have the trust flow, they already have the rankings, they already have the page authority and all that stuff. They already have backlinks to it. It's, less headache for you, less stress and wear and tear. So I'm going to show you how you can get an expired domain, and they're very cheap, and how you can keep the URL string so that it's very SEO compliant so that Google can find your website. So let's get to it. Okay, now when we're buying expired domains, I like to go to a place called fiverr.com, Fiverr.com. Now, when you go there, I'd look up this guy right here, Creatives Shahan. I think that's what it is. If you can get a closer screenshot in there, that's the person who I dealt with. And I bought one expired domain. It cost me 22 bucks. Okay. Now, this is a criteria. When you talk to these people, you got to let them know, what kind of stuff you want in your domain. If you just take the normal gig, if you do the basic $5 gig, it's going to say this is for the basic random expired domains. Even they're random. It doesn't mean that they have any kind of all these metrics right here. Is just like spinning a wheel, like throwing a dice. Like, you don't really know what you're going to get. And this gig's a little bit better, and this gig's a little bit better. But the best thing to do is to click this button there, contact the seller, and tell them that you're looking for an expired domain and what kind of website you're trying to build, and shoot them a list of keywords that you're looking for, and especially the main keyword that you're going to want in your URL string, so he can probably find you an expired domain that has part of your keyword inside of it. It won't be an exact EMD or exact match domain, but it will be close enough. And it doesn't matter anyway, because what does matter is what's after that. The backslash and whatever you put after that for your page titles and your blog titles and things like that. That's what Google's going to be looking at. They might pick up what you have in your main domain, but that's what they look at. So now when you contact this person, what you want to do is you want to give them a set of criteria. You want them to, first of all, you tell them you don't want any spam in the expired domain. You want all natural anchor text. Okay, you don't want anchor text that repeats itself over and over again. You want all natural, people that are writing about this business, and they put in different anchor text. And what an anchor text is if, like, say they're going to anchor text this Spanish, they just highlight it and they click on, and insert a link, and you insert a link in that word where you can click on it. That's called an anchor text. So you want the anchor text to be all natural. Now, you also don't want any Chinese, Spanish, or foreign anchor text. So you don't want none of these texts coming from foreign countries. You want all English anchor text. You want a trust flow of +10 and a citation flow of +11. You don't want any foreign backlinks at all, especially Chinese backlinks, okay? Because that just means that the website was used for spam. All right. So now when you order this gig, and he's going to write back to you. Okay, I'll scroll down. Okay, now when I first contacted this person, I was curious. They first ask you what kind of industry. And really, that doesn't really mean anything. It's optional, as you can see, but I just put home and garden. And then, how much, I asked him, how much will the expired domain cost? The domain would be, and then he came back with the domain will be available to register just like a new domain at normal price. So what happens is when you buy this research that he does for you for these expired domains. He's giving you a domain that you can register on Namecheap or GoDaddy or wherever your registrar of record is. I personally like to use Namecheap, but so he's giving you a domain name from the. So what he's going to charge you is the 20. He charged me, what was it, $22 here. That actually it was $20, but Fiverr charges an extra buck or something like that on top of it. I don't know why. They didn't used to do that, but they do now. So it was like $22 altogether. And I sent him this criteria. Okay, just like we talked about, I don't want no spam, natural anchor text, and so forth and so on. So then he writes you and lets you know that the order has been started. And then he says, thank you for the order. And, you know, we went on for a conversation here. But then, you know, thanks again, your order is delivered. And, okay, so when he delivered the order, this is what you get right here. That's the domain that he researched, and he gave you the domain, gave you the URL of the domain. So this is it right here. So now, before you say, oh, I want, you know, some kind of a, if you notice, like I'm doing a home repair thing, so it does have home repair inside the domain name. So when you go research this domain, now the first thing I did was I put it in moz.com. And as you can see, the page authority is 27, domain authority is 15. So that's a pretty good domain. Now this domain hasn't been active for a long time, but let me show you what happens when I put it in Majestic. And so as you can see in Majestic, there's the URL registered at Namecheap. I told you I like Namecheap, right? But anyway, the citation flow was 8, wasn't quite 10, but the trust flow is 12. So that's a pretty good site right there. And if I go down here, I have referring domains, IP addresses, historical backlinks. If I go down here, so it's going to give me all my links right here. I have 87 text links, 13% images. And these are the anchor texts, which are good anchor texts. As you can see, the URL's got anchor text, and there's 10 referring domains there. And as you can see, all my anchor texts are all diversified. And that's what you want when you buy a expired domain. That's exactly what you want. Now let's see if I can pull this up into Ahrefs. So anyway, as you can see, I got a pretty good domain for 22 bucks. So now what you need to do is you just need to go register it at your registrar. Mine, like I said, was Namecheap. And then you could put it on a hosting account, HostGator, GoDaddy, Bluehost, whatever service you want to use, and then you build a website around that. A lot of people think when they buy expired domains, they're actually going to get the website itself, which that isn't the case. All you get is the URL. You buy the URL itself, then you build a website on it, but you get all that juice that the domain had before. This way it saves you a lot of time when you first start up a blog and you already got some juice to it. You already can, you know, start off with a good foot in the door, and you can get traffic to your website because you already got backlinks and all that other stuff. So I hope this little bitty tutorial was helpful to you, and I hope that you do this, and or you could go the other route and buy a brand new domain name, which then you're going to have to work and get your backlinks and all that other stuff. So in another tutorial, I'm going to show you how to exactly do a blog, how to set up your blog and do your pages and all that other stuff, okay? So until then, hey, if you've liked what you've seen and you think I'm giving you really good value, click on that subscribe button, ting that bell icon on the side so that you can watch new videos. Every time I have one and I release it, you get notified. I love you guys, man. Take care, and happy SEOing, man. Remember, ranking is bacon.